Okay, we're going to look at some important aspects when setting up your LinkedIn profile. I'm going to use mine as an example. Let me just go to a couple things here. Let's just go to viewing my profile. There's a change coming through on LinkedIn. It may be affecting your profile right now, but you have no control over, basically LinkedIn controls where they put your portrait image. So what happens is the traditional area this was right in the center of your portfolio outline. They're moving this to the left. So what does that mean? What it means is that this background photo or this background image, when they move the photo over, right now my photo is not blocking any important information. However, when that transition does take place and it goes to the left, it's going to cut off my phone number. So I'm going to have to redo this so that this information goes to the center so that I'm not blocking anything. It looks a little unprofessional if things are just not laid out right. So this is one of the things with all social media is that they'll play around with where Facebook does this as well. They'll play around with where they're going to put your portrait image or your logo image. And right now, the traditional place was right in the center of your profile. Now they're going to move it to the left. I'll show you. Hang on here. I just redid a client of mine, John Boyacci, and I'll just show you here. Okay. You see here, right now on my profile, from my perspective, it still has his image in the center. You see it's blocking his phone number. However, when I set it up on his profile, he's set up, everything is to the left. So there's a little bit of confusion going on right now. When I'm on his profile on LinkedIn, this picture is over to the left, and you can read the full number that you can call for a free consultation. However, when you, with mine, it's a little bit blocked off. So there's a period of transition here that's going to be happening, and right at the moment, this is what's going on. So just be attentive to that. If you build your background banner, header banner here for your image to be in the center, just keep in mind that you may have to revise that when the changeover finally occurs. So that's one thing. Now, when you set up your profile, there's a very important area that you need to go through step by step. Same as the Facebook. It's in the settings. Here it's called Settings and Privacy. So you click on your little picture icon here. Click on that. Go to Settings and Privacy. And what you're going to see here is a full list of stuff for your account, privacy, ads, communications. Let's just go straight to privacy. Here's the most important thing. Click on privacy, scroll down, and click on profile viewing options. No. Notify connections when you're in the news. No. Sharing profile edits. You're always going to be editing and adding to your profile. At least you should be on LinkedIn. Here's the thing. The default setting is to set this at yes. When you set up your account, every time you make a change on your profile, everybody that's linked to you is going to see a notification that you've made a change. This can get a bit annoying if you're making several changes during the day or several changes during the week. Here's what I strongly suggest, is that you turn this default, change it to no. The default is yes, switch it to no, and then close that, and you're in business. But let's go back a little bit here and see what else you can do. So you can edit your public profile. You can choose how your profile appears to people who are not logged in members, and this is via the search engine. So you can change that. You can control the amount of information you wish to show. So think about that and then go through that whole process. Let me go back here and who can see your email address? Okay, I have this set at, you could put it as only you, first degree connections. I have first and second degree connections. You decide what you want to do. In fact, I'm going to change that to everybody on LinkedIn. If they want to send me an email, go ahead. Might be a chance to do some business. Who can see your connections? Now this is, if you're worried a little bit about competition, you may want to exercise some control over this. So I have that set up so that my connections can see my people that are connected to me can see my connections. However, you can just set it at only you, so that if I go to your profile and only you can see your connections. I can't. So what that means is that if you're worried about competition, maybe going on your profile and trying to see who you're linked up with, to give them a little bit of an insight as far as who you're speaking to in certain companies, whatever, you may want to keep that private for only you. Again, something to look at. Viewers of this profile also viewed. I've switched it to no because people go to my profile, they see pictures of other people in the profile. I don't need them to see that. I just want them to concentrate. If they came to me, I don't want them going off to look at somebody else at the point in time. There may be some competition in there. See who can see your last name. Now, this is mainly for... Okay, I've clicked in here my full name. You may want to just have it as your first name and last name initial to maybe have some kind of privacy there. This would be mainly for women. Unfortunately, and this is going to happen, is that you're going to get some people or some guys sending you reasons or requests to connect because they're trying to get a date. My wife has this happen to her several times a month. And it's kind of sick. You can report them. This is not what LinkedIn is for. It's not a dating site. However, you may want to keep your name, full name private. If you do, click on that. So it's up to you. Okay, representing your organization. Okay, go through each of these. Oh yeah, here, Microsoft Word. If you want to have your profile exported to Word, this is great if you're searching for a job because a recruiter can come in and basically, they can take your LinkedIn profile. It can be shown in Resume Assistant, which may be a tool that a recruiter will have or somebody in HR for a larger company. What else have we got here? Profile viewing options, managing active status. Yeah, this is a new one, a relatively new one. If you're on LinkedIn, you can let your connections know that you're on LinkedIn, so they can send you a message and you can converse back and forth almost in real time if you want to do that. Sharing profile edits, we've already talked about that. Notifying connections when you're in the news, you could put yes or no. I leave it as yes. If you're in the news and it's good news, then obviously you want everybody to see that. Mentions by others. So go down through each of these individually and take a look at them. You can sync a lot of this stuff with your calendar. On and on and on. So there's lots of options here. Blocking and hiding. You can block certain followers. If there's people that are following you or people that you just don't want to see their updates anymore. And there's a few that I've been following that unfortunately they don't get social media. All they talk about is themselves. They put pictures of themselves, videos of themselves saying how great they think they are or how happy they are and how brilliant they are. I don't want to hear that crap because that's really what it comes down to. So I block them. And you can check out your list and see who you've blocked, and then you can unfollow people. There's all these things that you can do to really manage how you want to set up your privacy. With regards to the account, you can put in the email addresses that you have here, your phone number your contact phone number. Here's where you can change your password. You can put in a two-step verification if you wish. The language that you want to use for your profile. If you want to play auto videos, there's a whole series of options here that you can go through and go through them one by one, because what happens is that you can start to manage the information of your LinkedIn profile of people coming to see the way you want the information to be given to you. So there's lots of opportunities here. Sometimes you may have created two accounts by mistake, one a long time ago that you've forgotten about, and how do you merge them and the people that have linked with you on that one to your new one? It's very simple. You do it by merging LinkedIn accounts. If you get fed up with LinkedIn and let's say you retire or you just want to get off the grid altogether, you can close your profile as well. All of this in the privacy and the account settings. I'm not going to bother going in with the ads and communications. You can go on there, play around with it. But at the end of the day, this is something that you need to go through step by step. The account setup and your privacy settings. And this will go a long way in keeping a lot of your information the way you want to have it portrayed or shown to other people, and how you want to receive information from LinkedIn. Very important. With regards to that, other than, again, the things that we talked about in class, which is make sure you have a decent photo of yourself. we looked at some good ones and some not so good ones, so try to do the best you possibly can with the information and a good photo. Complete your profile out as much as you possibly can as well. Oh, you want to check out this area. See this? Click on that, and what you're going to see is there's courses here that you can sign up to learn. If you are a company, you can post a job, you can do some advertising, you can manage groups, create groups, or go follow groups. Salary, I haven't checked that one out yet. Here's a SlideShare. If you have PowerPoint slide decks, what you can do is you can set up an account on SlideShare. SlideShare is now owned by LinkedIn, and you can upload your PowerPoint to SlideShare and then link that to your personal profile. It's just another piece of content. There's about 40 million viewers or people that have signed up to SlideShare, and it's a quite active site. So think about that. ProFinder is only applicable if you are in the USA, and what happens is that you can basically have the opportunity to bid on certain projects. If you're a business for yourself, for example, I'm in online marketing, I could see bids or requests for bids on certain areas of, let's say, developing websites, doing social media, doing pay-per-click ads, whatever the case may be. I could then provide a quotation to that company or that person, and they only take the top first 5 quotations. So you got to act quick if you're on there. However, if you have a profile in Canada, you're not going to have access to this. So it's as simple as that. But that's what that's all about. That's pretty well it for LinkedIn. Again, complete your profile and continue adding content to it as much as you can. It's a place to showcase what you can do for people, either for clients or for prospective employers. It's not just a place to slam up your resume and talk about yourself. In fact, this is not about yourself. So your summary is very important. If we go here and look at the profile, you can go to my profile, take a look at it. Here's the summary. And I talk about business owners, what their problems are, and what I solve with a call to action. For professionals like dentists, doctors, that kind of thing, lawyers, this is the problem they have. This is what I can solve this, and this is what I do. So that's sort of what I put in my summary. It's mainly about my customers and what problems they're having and how I can solve those problems. Keep on top of this. Microsoft bought LinkedIn, a year and a half, 2 years ago, and they took away a lot of functionality. Now they're starting to add a lot of functionality back. Groups is also a big area in LinkedIn. They took away a lot of functionality with groups. Now they're starting to slowly add the features back to the groups area. So you want to keep on top of LinkedIn to see what the changes are. There's changes happening quite a bit. So even between my last term course and this term course, there's been a number of changes. So take a look at this. Keep on top of it. Regardless of whether you're selling B2B, if you're selling a business, or if you have a business selling to business, you got to be on here. But if you're selling to consumers, listen, your store, your business, you may one day want to have to go and get a loan from a bank. You may want to partner up with a possible supplier of goods. Well, they're going to search you out online. They're going to want to check you out. And if you have a good, complete profile, they're going to get a little bit warmer feeling about you. They're going to be able to learn about you, but also they're going to trust you just a little bit more. So regardless, I think everyone should have a LinkedIn profile. That's it for now. We'll talk to you later.